Seth Rollins is calling out one popular celebrity couple, so we'll see what he had to say. We'll also check out some stories with Bray Wyatt, Sting, Tiffany Stratton, Triple H, and more. Let's start things off with some big news coming from pro wrestling legend Sting. At the age of 64 and still going strong in the ring, it's safe to say that no one has done longevity better than Sting. This is a man that started his amazing career in the late 80s and is still on the active roster in current day several decades later. But that's all about to change. During a recent edition of AEW Dynamite, Sting confirmed that his retirement match is now officially on the horizon. Sting will compete in his last ever wrestling match at AEW Revolution 2024. There's no exact word yet on who will have the great honor of being Sting's last opponent. But no matter who it is, fans will be excited and they will tune in for this final farewell to Sting and his amazing career inside the ring. Tiffany Stratton is one of WWE's latest success stories to come out of the Performance Center. Tiffany signed with WWE just a few years back in 2021 with no wrestling experience under her belt at all. But in just 2 years of being in development and being in NXT, Tiffany Stratton is now being talked about as one of the next breakout stars in the industry that could lead the next generation of the women's division. So her story is already a massive success, and her main roster run hasn't even started yet. But Tiffany Stratton recently sat down with Digital Spy and spoke about several interesting topics. One of the things she addressed was a spot for her No Mercy match with Becky Lynch, where a whole bunch of broken Barbie dolls were being used for a spot in the match. Tiffany revealed that the entire idea for the spot and the usage of the Barbie dolls came entirely from Becky Lynch. Tiffany said that Becky had a lot of great ideas that ended up working out for the match, and the Barbie dolls were one of those ideas since Tiffany Stratton is a big Barbie fan, and even looks at Barbie as one of the inspirations for her WWE character and presentation. So Becky took note of all of that, and it led to this big spot being created. Tiffany Stratton also revealed that despite being a massive Barbie fan, she has yet to see the new Barbie movie, because she hasn't had time and how it's hard for her to sit down and see something. As far as what's next for Tiffany Stratton, she's still appearing on NXT, but there's already a main roster call-up rumor going around for her in 2024. Triple H has been front and center of WWE creative since July 2022 as the Chief Content Officer. But when Vince McMahon made his return to WWE just to allegedly help sell the company, there were rumors that Vince McMahon was trying to slowly get back involved in the creative side of things. It was also reported that prior to the merger, Triple H would be responsible for making creative decisions and making the scripts, but that every script had to go through one final review through Vince McMahon, and that Vince would allegedly make some changes to Triple H's scripts a majority of the time. And with this merger with Endeavor now being complete, reports claim that's no longer the case. Creative control is now completely in Triple H's hand once again, and that he will be making even more drastic changes to the creative process. Fightful reports that Triple H has 3 main focuses right now on things he wants to change. They claim that Triple H wants to implement more longer matches to WWE television on a more frequent basis. He also wants to give more screen time to the women's division, and lastly, wants greater utilization of the roster as a whole. It's also being reported that Roman Reigns' entire direction, creative say, and creative influence will not be changed or affected at all by Triple H's ongoing changes. The latest celebrity couple to take all of social media by storm in recent weeks has been Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Well, with the couple now being such a popular, trending topic of discussions, Seth Rollins was recently asked by NBC Sports Chicago if there's any WWE power couple that rivals Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Seth Rollins had this to say in response to that question, quote, "I mean, me and my wife are a power couple, man. We are the power couple in WWE. Come on now, Seth freaking Rollins and the man Becky Lynch. You don't get much bigger than that in our world, brother. So yeah, we are the power couple. We run the ship here in WWE. And we got staying power, you know? We'll see what happens with Swiftie and Kelce here, if they got staying power. I wish them the best. Very cute relationship they got going on there. But yeah, man, they're no match for me and the man just yet. They still got some time to put in," end quote. So in Seth's eyes, he's taking Becky Lynch and himself as the biggest power couple right now. As far as what's going on with Seth Rollins right now, he's in the middle of arguably one of the biggest feuds of his titles so far. Seth is going up against a very dangerous version of Drew McIntyre. We say dangerous because of Drew's recent change in attitude over the last few weeks on Raw. Drew is no longer the 100% pure babyface that he was a few months ago. He's now a tweener. He's acting a bit more selfish and appears to be on the verge of having a big snapping moment to officially mark his transition to a heel. So a lot of fans think that Drew McIntyre does pose as a big threat towards Seth Rollins' title reign, due to how unpredictable his future actions may be here in the coming weeks. A lot of fans think that Drew McIntyre may have his big breakout heel moment that leads to him capturing the World Heavyweight title from Seth Rollins, while other fans think he may get that big heel turning moment following a big loss to Seth Rollins. So we'll have to see which path WWE decides to go in for Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Natalya recently shared a touching story involving Bray Wyatt from not that long ago. She revealed that prior to making his surprise WWE return in 2022, Bray Wyatt came out to spend time and train in Natalya and TJ Wilson's home wrestling ring, which is known to everyone as The Dungeon. Natalya says that Bray was so appreciative of them allowing him to train there that he wanted to buy them anything they wanted or needed as a token of his gratitude. But Natalya told him not to worry, because him being in the dungeon and spending time there with everyone was the greatest gift she could ask for, because that's the vision she always had in mind for the dungeon, for it to be a place where everyone can learn from each other and help. Natalya said that Bray Wyatt would spend so much time there with everyone that was training, just offering them help, advice, and pointing them in the right direction. And that meant the world to Natalya to see all of that go down in her training ring. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.